Gun.
Tight into the right, boy. Tight into the right. Move.
On 1st and 10, Newton. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody cut. Oh, he just stuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Tight right.
They go play action here on first down. And he's got a man on the crossing route. That's good. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays. Have them on the move on first down.
Check 20. Great.
The first carry now, this is Alvin Kamara. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
3 down.
Gun.
Throwing is Newton. And Samuel caught left side. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
That's rock now.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Looking for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Bucky Hodges, 26 yards. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead. Excellent start there. First drive of the season, big-time success, putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now a 7-0 game. Gano out to kick this one away. Now Jones. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Runs in the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Hey, ram.
Bunch set.
Throwing now is Wentz. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And no, incomplete. Boy, they took a shot there on the first play, tried to start it out with a bang, but it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. The defense a little bit, loosen them up at the back of their heels.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
I got him. Lay
From the down, it's Wentz. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
See what you got.
I always love the opening game of the season, and for the players, always nice to get those firsts out of the way, isn't it? How about here? The first sack of the season. Not just in the first game, but in the opening drive. That's the way to get things kicked off.
Let's keep it up. Let's keep it up. Huddle up, baby. Let's get this. Let's get this.
Carolina getting set to take the field. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. That'd be ideal.
Let's go.
Two times. 3 down. 3 down.
They start the drive on the ground, Kamara. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Here we go, fellas.
Double tight. Double tight. We got 3. We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
Green, green.
From the end zone, Newton. On the check down, he finds Kamara. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
Green, green, green.
Mike's 5-4.
To throw from his end zone. Newton dancing to his left. To the right side, and he's got more complete.
We got 3.
And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here.
Let's go.
It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Even. 4 down.
Here we go. 180.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
Here we go. Blue 80.
Watch number 86. Watch 86. Check.
Hey, bus.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. Throwing the slant pattern here complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. And the quick slant gets exactly 10, and by the nose of the football, they've got a 1st down.
Strong right.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the line. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters normal spacing and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Double tight. 4 down. Check.
So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a 1st down.
Please contact guest services or security immediately for assistance.
Double tight. 3 down.
Go. 180.
I got 2.
Gold.
Got 2.
There they go with the running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
For Tokyo.
Double tight. 3 down.
Now they'll throw it. Wins. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 14.
3 down.
And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of the job. Finding ways to take the other team.
And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Woo!
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Here we go, fellas.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
What is it?
Now Newton on 1st down. He rifles complete, cut by Moore. And he's taken down inside the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
You got him.
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has a defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now it's Newton. Escaping the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the 1st half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Set.
Here's Newton. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A heck of a play there on third down, but amazingly, they're still short for fourth.
Hey, we got three. Three down.
They snap it. And my goodness, this is incomplete. And the Panthers turned away on fourth down. And the Eagles defense able to hold. So the defense asked to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Tight ends on the Ringo.
On attack here, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, baby.
And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
That was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Oh.
4 down.
Now we'll play wide open receiver complete. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask.
We got four.
Certainly looked
down.
like it indeed. Here come the flags. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
We got four.
Lion.
87's mine. I got 87.
Here on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And now it's 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Very good defense.
And now Russ right through it. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going now, ladies and gentlemen. We've got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Gun.
Let's make these babies
Hey.
back home, yo. Let's make these
Now a first down throw for Newton.
Motion.
And this is incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. So line of scrimmage, still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Look at that.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5.
Great. You're gonna set. 180.
We got four. We got four down. Four down.
From the gun, here's Newton. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hodges. And a nice gain of 21 yards. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
You're gonna set. 180.
Hey. Four down.
First down, Newton. Flush to his right. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender. But you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
Three down.
Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Here we go, fellas. Great.
Man left. Even. Four down. Even.
We're gonna set. 180.
Again, Newton. A quick throw, but incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Watch left. Tight end to the left.
To the air again, Newton. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. A 1-yard touchdown. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead.
There it is, baby.
Gano out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points. Now Wentz. One out here to his running back. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. The Eagles hustling to the line. Clock rolling. Now Wentz. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked on here at the 44. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Now Newton, throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch them all.
And that is is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
4 down. Alert.
Express!
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. It's a party now. It's a party.
Throwing again. Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
20.
Check.
Greg.
Watch the edge.
Hey.
Hey, I got him.
Oh, it's Newton. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Bucky Hodges in the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers add on to their lead.
Excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook, but even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. And out now come the Eagles. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. And last time I looked, this is the first half.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Blitz.
So we reach halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or do they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. They'll run it now. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
3 down.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Wentz throwing on 2nd down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out to the field. A real ball.
Has that happened to you before?
I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal?
Strong right.
On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
Greg. Express!
4 down. Check. 4 down.
get there for the sack. Brandon Graham.
Oh, let's go, D.
With a big-time sack
D.
on
That's what
third
I'm talking about.
down. And it'll be a loss of 7. And Gano's kick is right through. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. After knock. To dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now. Really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together on their positions and coming together over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On second down, here's Wentz. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 42 and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Oh, nice pick. Nice pick.
Following the interception. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Fletcher Cox forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards.
Sack.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Tight ends on the Lucy.
Hey.
Even. 4 down.
Shotgun snap for Newton.
Motion.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold out.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and forever.
Keep 15.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And absolutely zero surprise that one was incomplete, huh? I mean, truthfully, how many OCs have we seen with 3rd and 20 on their play sheet and go, oh, I've got the exact play to dial up?
No, that's just a head scratching down when you're facing. So the field goal unit is coming on here, and boy, this is going to be darn near impossible. This kick to shatter the NFL record, a 69-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And this stadium is abuzz after that one, understandably so. I cannot believe he hit that thing.
And you can't help but think back to Tom Dempsey. And his record stood for, 43 years until Matt Prater broke it? And now here's a new record. And I'm with you. I cannot believe that ball went through the posts.
The Eagles offense back out onto the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now
I think that now it's much more in their head.
Go, run,
and what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
spark at this point. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run. So I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get it now.
Throwing his Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Oh, yeah!
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll bring up a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as the receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field is really...
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made.
Easy work.
And
It's
finally,
easy work.
down he
It's coming
goes
again.
as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A gain of 39 that time. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
4 down.
Mills running on for it on 4th and goal. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in the game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen.
Here we go.
It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
His defense has met pretty much every challenge in front of us after. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They are excited about where they are in this game.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at the 20.
3 down.
From the gun, Newton. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. He got 29 yards that time. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure,
Gun.
he's going to continue to pick them apart because he will have all that time to find someone open downfield to get on cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
54. Mike 54.
In the red zone now, Newton. Flushed out right.
Wise motion.
And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Double tight.
Express.
To throw again. Newton buying time to his left. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Bucky Hodges with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Panthers have got it on cruise control.
Touchdown.
Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but there
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
little work still to do, though. Now Jones. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, Hey, we've got a shot
Mike,
at points
check,
already.
check.
We're already
59,
in a
59.
spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure. To come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it?
Come on now.
They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Wins the throw on second down. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, and that's caught inside the 35. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Come on now. Let's go.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
We got 4.
He's on the right side here. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Hey,
Done. 180.
let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike.
Shotgun now for Wentz.
Cut.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.